Hi guys, my name's Dom and welcome back to a brand new video on DomTalksTech. So this is a huge video. In this one I'm going to be reviewing the iPhone 17 Pro Max. This is my version in the deep blue and I've had this phone for 2 weeks. I've been putting it through its paces with the battery life, the new cameras, the new design, and I'm going to break down all of those new features for you in this video and more importantly whether it's worth it for you. So without further ado, let's get started. So firstly, let's start with the design. As you will see, the new iPhone has a brand new design. This is an aluminium unibody design, so Apple is claiming that they've reworked the design of the iPhone from the ground up. The whole body of the iPhone is now aluminium rather than either titanium or stainless steel. And you can see the two-tone section on the back of the phone is where the ceramic shield is here, and the rest of the phone is aluminium. On the front of the device, we've got the brand new Ceramic Shield 2. One of the standout features on this new phone is the new display, and this is Apple's 6.9-inch Super Retina XDR display, which has ProMotion of up to 120Hz refresh rate for some really smooth animations, and that also goes all the way down to a variable rate of 1Hz to save on battery life. One of the big improvements on this phone this year is the upgrade to 3000 nits of brightness, which really helps for outdoor display readability, and I have had no issues during my testing of seeing the phone wherever I am, despite being in the rainy UK. So now let's talk about performance, and this is an area where Apple always shines, and the iPhone 17 Pro lineup is no different. The iPhone 17 Pro Max and Pro have the Apple A19 Pro chip inside, which is thought to be built on the 2nm processing tech. And the performance on this chip is absolutely incredible, as you would come to expect from an Apple Pro iPhone. Everything that I've thrown at this phone has been buttery smooth, it's not missed a beat, and it's done things ridiculously quick when I've actually given it a hard task to do. So performance wise, you'll have no issues whatsoever. A nice improvement with the A19 Pro chip is a 30% faster GPU, and this is certainly evident in my testing for really great graphic performances on games when playing on the phone. And that's also aided by the new vapor cooling chamber, which Apple built into the iPhone 17 Pro lineup. I must say, on previous iPhones I have had some minor issues, not major issues, with overheating, but on this phone the body has never ever got hot in my testing so far, and that includes when it's actually on charge on fast chargers, which has sometimes been an issue in the past, but the vapor cooling really seems to make a huge difference on this phone. So that is one thing that I am really pleased about on this device. Now, it wouldn't be an iPhone 17 Pro review without talking about the cameras, and obviously this is one of the major reasons why people buy the Pro phones. On the iPhone 17 Pro lineup, we have now 3 48 megapixel lenses. That includes the main lens, which is 48 megapixels, the telephoto and the ultra wide. So it gives you a really good variety of different lenses when you're shooting outside. You've got the 0.5 ultra wide, you've got the 1x main camera, you've got an optical 2x crop, you've now got the 4x digital zoom, and then from that you've also got the 8x optical zoom, and that allows you to go into all the way to 40x zoom, which is really incredible on this phone and does give you some great opportunities for some fantastic photography. Again, another standout feature is the new front-facing camera, and that is an 18 megapixel camera which is built as a square sensor, and this is an incredibly underrated feature which Apple didn't talk too much about on the actual keynote themselves, but this is a feature that I think absolutely everybody will love. It is actually available on all of the iPhone 17 lineup, including the base models, iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max, and also the new iPhone Air model as well. What this means is you can actually take photos in portrait. With the touch of a button, you can actually turn those photos to landscape as well, but carry on holding your phone portrait, which makes it super easy to have massive group photo shots and look directly into the camera. This is something I've tested in the 2 weeks I've had this phone, and it's been a really fun feature. Great for taking photos of big people. Apple markets this as their center stage function, but I think that naming doesn't really do the feature justice, although it does actually work as a center stage camera when you're on things like FaceTime or video calls to keep you into the shot. So this is a quick test of the front-facing camera in landscape that I'm actually shooting holding my phone in portrait. You can see there's a great amount of the frame that's behind me. You can get loads of stuff in to the frame behind, which is really great. And this is a quick test of the audio quality on the camera, and also that new 18 megapixel camera on the iPhone 17 lineup, which is really great and looks brilliant in my opinion. So another new feature which I've been genuinely really impressed with is the new battery on the phone, which Apple claims has up to 39 hours of video playback time. In my testing, this has been pretty accurate actually. I've managed to find that I'm getting 2 days out of the iPhone 17 Pro Max, and that includes heavy usage in parts of the day, and I'm able to go to bed in the evening with almost 50% battery left for the next day, and then charge it at some point during the next day, which has been really good. And I've never felt that this battery is going to drop on me or going to end the day without any battery left on it. What I will say for the folks in the UK is that unfortunately we are left with a version with the physical SIM card, which means that it hasn't got the 2 hours of extra battery which Apple put into the eSIM only variant in the US and Canada and some other regions, which is a bit of a shame, but nonetheless the battery life on this iPhone 17 Pro Max is fantastic. In terms of charging, Apple claims that you can charge from 0 to 50% in around 20 minutes, which I think again is pretty accurate. It does need some of the fast chargers which are sold separately, but the battery does charge really fast on this. It also has up to 25 watts of wireless charging with a fast charger, which again is really good if you're choosing to charge with MagSafe. So the iPhone 17 ships out of the box with iOS 26, and this comes with Apple's brand new liquid glass design, and I have to say I've found liquid glass to be really good. I've enjoyed the design. I think it looks really great, very modern, very new, and it also has some great features for live translation on video like FaceTime. It also has messages to get polls, and you can change the background, and there's some new functionality to Apple Intelligence, such as the visual intelligence version on these phones. I've rambled on quite a lot in this video, so let's talk about the price and who should actually buy the iPhone 17 Pro lineup. Now, I will say this is certainly a phone that is built for pros, because the iPhone 17 base lineup is just so good this year with the improvements of 120 Hz built straight onto that phone. If you are really interested in tech, or you're pro and you use the camera and video features on the iPhone 17 Pro lineup, then absolutely the Pro and Pro Max phone are for you. Price on this phone, it starts at £1,199 and goes all the way up to nearly £2,000 with the 2TB version of that phone. What I will say is that the iPhone 17 lineup now starts at 256GB, which is fantastic and means that each model is, in comparison to previous generations, is slightly cheaper for the bigger storage models. So if you're similar to me and you're coming from something like the iPhone 14 Pro Max or iPhone 13 Pro Max even, then the iPhone 17 Pro Max and Pro lineup is certainly a great jump for you. If you're on something like the iPhone 15 or 16, then maybe it's something that you want to wait for next year's iPhone 18 model, but really the iPhone 17 is, if you can afford it and buy it, then it's a great phone, and I think you will absolutely love the new design, the new cameras, the better battery life, and all of those great features that I've mentioned during this video. So that's it. I've spent the last 2 weeks using the iPhone 17 Pro Max to its full potential, putting it through its paces and testing it for you guys on the channel. If you have any questions about the iPhone 17, then do drop them down in the comments below. I'll come back to you and answer them as best as I can. But what do you think? Let me know. Are you going to upgrade to the iPhone 17? Do you like the colours of the iPhone 17 Pro Max? Of course, we've got the deep blue, we've got the cosmic orange, and we've got the silver white version. Or were you wanting something more traditional like the black iPhone 17 Pro? Let me know down in the comments. If you've enjoyed this video, please feel free to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new, so you don't miss another video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.